convention center ready.
The healthcare needs of the people in this region are first and foremost among our priorities in the state of Texas, and this is one of the strategies that we are using to make sure those healthcare needs are being met.
The cost to run the facility will vary patient to patient, but Texas Emergency Management Chief Nimkid says the cost will be covered under the Federal CARES Act and FEMA. At least 324 more people in Hidalgo County have tested positive as of this morning, and 45 more people passed away after testing positive for the virus. The convention center has been closed off to the public from every entrance. Only medical staff or people with clearance are allowed in the area. During his visit to McAllen this afternoon, Governor Abbott also addressed damages and flooding from Hurricane Hannah. The Texas Department of Emergency Management says they are assessing damage, and only 400 homes qualify right now from those who have reached out for assistance.
From Hurricane Hannah, we have seen about 4 million actually reported right now, so we're nowhere near our federal mandated threshold. And I'll go ahead and answer the question for individual assistance, which is the money that goes to homes and homeowners. We need over 800 homes, major damage or destroyed. FEMA defines that as 18 inches of water in the home about the electrical plug outlet, that do not have flood insurance. And so far, we've registered less than 400 homes, right at 400 homes, that actually have water at the electrical plug outlet line. And even then going back for the insurance clause. So we're a long way away from additional federal assistance for Hannah.
FEMA applications have still not been sent out to Valley residents. However, the county and cities will be filtering the assistance from the state and federal levels. And as coronavirus cases continue rising here in the Valley, health officials say we could start to see a decline. Cameron County Health Authority Dr. James Castillo says they expect to be caught up on the testing backlog, which is good news for the Valley. Not only will the county be able to report new cases as they come in, but also get more accurate data for the test and trace. While Castillo is hopeful to see a decrease in positive cases moving forward, he says nothing is guaranteed.
I would love to see the numbers go down, but what I don't want anybody to get some message of is, okay, it's over, we can do whatever we like. That if we see the numbers improving, it means what we're doing is working, and we have to keep it up.
As more testing becomes available in the Valley, Castillo says it's very important to note this could lead to an increase in cases, but hopes people will continue following CDC guidelines and staying home whenever possible. One local Brownsville woman advocating for more programs involving recovered COVID-19 patients donating plasma. This comes after her mother lost her battle to COVID following 8 days in the hospital waiting for a plasma treatment. Officials say currently there is only one program in the Valley where the plasma collected is being used locally, and that's at DHR. Doctors say antibodies in the plasma from recovered patients can be therapeutic and transfused into patients fighting off the virus. Linda Macias says after her mother's death, many reached out to her in the same situation. She says some that reached out to her did not receive a call back after trying to donate, or some didn't know where to go to donate.
We need more drives, and we need to be a little bit more organized with this program. I understand that the demand is high. I understand that they're supplying to so many cities across Cameron County and Hidalgo. But at the same time, is that there is a sense of urgency because lives are at stake.
DHR has a mobile collection site and has also teamed up with the Vitaland blood banks of the RGV located in McAllen and Harlingen, where you can donate. Macias says the region has the resources and manpower to do more, but says the community must also respond by showing up to donate so that officials will see a need for more programs and drives in our region. Today, the Texas State Teachers Association calling on the governor to take responsibility when it comes to making decision on the reopening of schools. In a statement, the organization says in part, quote, the governor needs to stop passing the buck to local school boards on when to reopen, and it should mandate no districts start in-person instruction before September 8th. As far as PPE distributed, the organization says more gear is definitely needed. With distance learning comes some concern. Cybersecurity experts warn hackers are poised to take advantage of the situation. Hackers have long targeted the identities of children. And with more districts rolling out online learning platforms, the concern is that it will only grow.
This year, unfortunately, time is not of the essence. And so these things will necessarily be rushed. And with that rush will come increased cyber risks, both for schools as well as students.
Thielen believes it will largely be up to parents and kids to mitigate the risk. He recommends you check on or even freeze your child's credit and make sure to use every available security measure on all devices. The White House announcing a massive new grant program to help victims of human trafficking and safe housing. While many victim advocates are praising the efforts, critics say the administration's immigration policies undermine the initiative. Our Washington correspondent Raquel Martin has more from our D.C. newsroom.
Tuesday, White House advisor Ivanka Trump and Attorney General William Barr announced $35 million in grants to help victims of human trafficking find housing.
Survivors of human trafficking will be able to count on a safe place to stay.
I was dehumanized, raped, tortured. Thank you.
Survivors and advocates like Cece Cyrus and Tanya Gold say the funds will provide a vital lifeline for many living in the shadows.
I remember thinking, I wish there was a place I could just go to just rest, learn about myself, and start over again.
The White House says the money will be spread across 73 organizations in 33 states and will be used to shelter survivors from 6 months to up to 2 years,
including rent, utilities.
But critics say there's still one big problem.
There are a lot of other sort of policies in place that are not victim-centered.
Yael Shacker is with Refugees International, one of several groups that boycotted the administration's human trafficking summit earlier this year. She says the president's immigration policies undermine efforts.
If they can't do it the legal way, if they're, they'll turn to smugglers. Smugglers can very quickly become traffickers.
The administration says on top of Tuesday's announcement, they're dedicating millions more to enhance prosecutions and help states and cities crack down on trafficking. In Washington, Raquel Martin.
And back here at home, it's an amazing feat that happened in the RGV tonight. After canceling test flights yesterday, today SpaceX launched and landed its Starship prototype. Local 23's Jeremiah Wilcox shows us the amazing launch.
Awesome day for spaceflight here on the RGV today. The first flight of a full-size prototype since August 2019, and that's a victory for space lovers.
A prototype that flew hundreds of feet into the air, landing after about a minute. This short journey is just one step closer to landing and exploring planets far and beyond. On Monday, SpaceX attempted a 150-hop test. Unfortunately, they had to abort mission. SpaceX owner Elon Musk says, scrub for the day, a Raptor turbo pump spin start valve didn't open, triggering an automatic abort. We'll figure out why and retry tomorrow. Today at 6 p.m., the warning siren went off and launched a prototype that gives promise to exploring more of the unknown.
By 2022, SpaceX wants to start launching rockets into space out of Boca Chica and send man to space out of the valley here by 2022. Reporting in Harlingen, I'm Jeremiah Wilcox.
All right, Jeremiah, thank you. Well, tonight's flight comes just 2 days after SpaceX brought 2 U.S. astronauts safely home from the International Space Station in a company space capsule. And you might want to rethink your commute to work if you're traveling on the expressway this week. Multiple lane closures are expected in FAR starting tomorrow and will last through Friday. These closures are in place as crews work to observe geographical data along the roads. The temporary closures are scheduled to take place during normal business hours. Texas' annual tax-free holiday is this weekend. State and local taxes will be exempt from clothing, shoes, and supply purchased throughout the weekend. Layaway purchases will also be tax exempt if those orders have qualifying items. You can see a full list of items on our list where we've posted it on this story. Just head on over to valleycentral.com. Coming up, a local campaign aimed at helping the community get back on their feet. More on this group of organizers in just a bit. Then Google Mobile Banking will show you how you could access checking and savings accounts with this new banking system.
A slight chance of a couple of little stray showers tomorrow. Nothing major, still on the dry side. Chance of rain goes up for the week's end. I'll have your detailed forecast and you're watching Local 23 News at 10.
You're watching Local 23 News with anchor Brenda Medina and Chief Meteorologist Robert Bettis.
This news segment is supported by Rodeo Dental.
I'm Jeff Davis. When an accident happens, you need the best legal team to fight for your rights.
We recently settled a wrongful death case for $2.5 million on behalf of a lawyer from a well-known San Antonio law firm killed in a commercial vehicle accident. That means even other trial lawyers call the fours when they're in need. This settlement occurred just 3 weeks after we recovered $6 million in a different wrongful death case for the family of a driver killed in a commercial vehicle accident.
So if you've been in a car or truck wreck, call me at 444-4444. There's only one number to remember, and that's 4.
Your Texas Ford dealers support coastal conservation. We carry vital resources, fingerlings from hatcheries, and researchers to where issues can be studied. We're carrying forth the promise of a healthy Texas coastline to ensure we'll carry you to your favorite fishing spot for years to come. Join CCA now during the Star Tournament. The first 5 members to net a tagged redfish win a new 2020 F-150, plus a Haney Boat Mercury motor and coastline trailer package. Register today at your Texas Ford dealer.
Due to our current situation affecting our community, Pronto Insurance is here to help. All the Pronto locations are still open. For the safety and comfort of our customers and employees, if you want to make a payment or get a quote, we can help over the phone, online, drive-through, or even curbside assistance. We are here for you Monday through Saturday, regular business hours.
I'm Robert Bettis. Like me on Facebook. Did anybody get any sleep last night with the strong storms early this morning? Severe weather.
This summer, get back in the driver's seat. Your Honda dealer is open and ready to get you into a new Honda today. Like the versatile HR-V or the fun-to-drive CR-V. Visit the Honda Summer Clearance Event and get a great deal from Honda, KBB.com's 2020 Best Value Brand. Get a great deal on the CR-V at the Honda Summer Clearance Event today.
Whether they learn about science in a classroom or a kitchen, if recess happens in a schoolyard or a backyard, or lunch is enjoyed in a cafeteria or in front of a computer. It all starts here at H-E-B, where you can find low prices on their favorite school supplies like buy 3-pack of Puffs facial tissues and get H-E-B 4-pack glue sticks or H-E-B liquid glue 8-ounce free. See store for details. So wherever it happens, start your school year here.
For years, McAllen residents have depended on Danny's Pawn and Sporting Goods to buy, sell, trade, and pawn. In times like these, it's no different. Visit us today for everything from hunting supplies, law enforcement gear, sunglasses, to fine watches and jewelry. Danny's Pawn and Sporting Goods. We're here for you.
We're local, strong, and stand with our community.
As the valley recovers from the impact of Hurricane Hannah, one local campaign is collecting funds to help communities bounce back. RGV Mutual Aid is meant to help Valley residents recover from Hannah financially. Organizers are collecting donations and distributing throughout our communities to help them bounce back.
We're just a group of organizers and community members who really care about this region and know that our government often forgets about us down here. We've seen a little bit of that with the lack of resources that Greg Abbott sent down here initially. So we're just really trying to help community members with any immediate financial assistance that they may need.
Officials say the campaign started as a result of federal funds that the Valley lacks.
Well, a couple of little pinpoint showers today on the rain gauges, just a trace for Weslaco. If you're along 77 between Brownsville and Harlingen, yes, you'll have a little slight chance of those same little stray showers for tomorrow afternoon, but generally dry, and we stay pretty quiet until we get isolated showers by the end of the week starting on Thursday. Official high temperature today, 94 degrees in Brownsville, 1 below normal. Record on this date, 100, 2011. Official high for McAllen today, 95. That's a full 4 degrees below normal. 104 the record, 2016. Here are the other high temperatures for your town today. The winter, 97 for Rio Grande City, 95 Edinburgh, 94 Raymondville, 92 on the island, and 91 Port Isabel. Beautiful night tonight, my goodness. Mostly clear skies. Winds are going to stay light and breezy overnight tonight. Right now they're coming in at 8 miles per hour southeast in Brownsville, 10 on the island, 12 miles per hour. Very beautiful night. Now, much of Texas is about to roast with record heat. We've got a ridge of high pressure that is going to park itself right over the Permian Basin, and there it shall sit, bringing lots of heat, potential record temperatures, and of course blocking away the showers for most of the state. Down here, we'll get those little stray showers on Wednesday. Better chance of little isolated showers Thursday or Friday, and by Sunday we could even see some isolated thunderstorms in the forecast. Here are the temperatures right now. 82 Brownsville, 79 Harlingen, 83 Raymondville, 85 in McAllen at this hour. Your day planner for tomorrow, partly cloudy skies, winds coming in from the southeast at about 10 to 20 miles per hour. Similar high temperatures, 95 Lower Valley, could get up to about 99 out in Rio Grande City. Slight chance of a stray shower. Here comes your your tropical weather update, and this is sponsored by Pronto Insurance. Flooding, unusual to get it from a tropical storm, but the path of Isaias took it right up through the heart of the main population zone of the United States, through Virginia as well as Maryland, up into New Jersey, New York, and now it's right on the border of Canada, moving up past Montreal into the northern portion of Canada. We have another area of concern out south and west of Bermuda. Bears a 20% chance of developing into a tropical cyclone next 48 hours. Now your pollen forecast. 6.8 in the moderate range today. Goes down a little bit tomorrow to 5.5. Out on the island, 91 degrees. High temperature for tomorrow. Lots of sunshine, winds, just a breeze in the afternoon. Tonight, 75 Lower Valley, 76 in the Upper Valley with clear skies. Light winds tomorrow, partly cloudy. Very slight chance of a stray shower. 95 Lower Valley, 99 in the upper. Here comes your long-range forecast. We can expect Thursday to bring a better chance of rain, still only isolated showers with highs of 95 Lower Valley, 98 in the upper. On Friday, similar isolated showers, 94 and 98. When we cruise into Saturday, back down to just a slight chance, pretty nice day. But on Sunday, we get these little wave disturbances that come in, so I want to put in at least a chance of isolated thunder showers mixed in. Could touch 100 Upper Valley that day. Isolated showers Monday and Tuesday. Don't go anywhere. Brenda's back with more news in just a moment.
The world feels a little different today. It feels quiet and even a bit lonely. South Texas College is still committed to your future, no matter the circumstances or the distance. We're here to empower your dreams, to encourage your boldness. South Texas College is here, no matter where you are, to help you succeed, because you deserve it, because you're exceptional. Experience exceptional. Registration for fall is now open. Let's keep learning.
The Fred Loya $5,000 Salute to Small Business giveaway continues, and our next $5,000 winner is Toothberry Family Dentistry in Farr. Dr. Barbin, how does it feel getting $5,000 from Fred Loya?
I was so surprised, excited, happy, thankful to Fred Loya.
Hopefully, this money helps businesses such as Toothberry Family Dentistry stay open.
We're giving away $5,000 every week, and your business could be next.
Gracias, Fred Loya.
This cheeseburger's the best.
It's about to get besta, baby! Make it a double, yeah! Nice main!
Try my $4.99 Southwest Cheddar Cheeseburger Combo and make it a double for $1 more. Order now with no contact delivery.
Looking for high quality and low prices? Then Furniture Row's 4-day super sale is for you. That's 4 days where the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. No limit. You'll also find huge savings on living, dining, bedroom, and much, much more. Plus, make your cash go further with 6 years no-interest financing and free shipping right to your door. But hurry, the 4-day super sale at Furniture Row ends Monday.
The new school year is almost here.
And you may be wondering what it's going to look like for your child to start the year learning online. We want you to know that we're more prepared than ever to provide the same commitment to our students. With the same dedicated teachers and the same rigorous college prep coursework. Every day, every lesson, no matter where you are, we're ready. And we can't wait until we see you again.
You can count on us at Stripes and Laredo Taco Company, enhancing our safety procedures to offer you a clean and safe environment to get your favorite items and delicious homemade tacos. Every day, checking our employees' temperatures, wearing masks and gloves, and protective shields at every checkout. Cooking hot, fresh, and delicious authentic Mexican food made right here just for you, to go or contactless delivery. We're here for you, just like before and always.
Get a load of my Southwest Cheddar Cheeseburger. Let Menu Talk make it a double! Yeah! It's beautiful! Say what? I said it's beautiful! Try my $4.99 Southwest Cheddar Cheeseburger combo and make it a double for $1 more. Order now with no contact delivery.
You're watching KVEO TV.
We go to more now on the growing controversy surrounding Ellen DeGeneres and her beloved talk show. Recent reports have alleged a culture of racism, fear, and intimidation backstage at the Ellen show. While not everyone is being kind, her wife and some other celebrities are coming to her defense. NBC's Joe Fryer has more.
This morning, Ellen's wife, actress Portia de Rossi, breaking her silence, writing, "I stand by Ellen," posting, "To all our fans, we see you. Thank you for your support." This as Ellen's show comes under fire, facing accusations of abusive behavior behind the scenes, a contrast to the show's upbeat tagline.
Be kind to everyone.
Ellen DeGeneres. Staffers describe a toxic work environment as published in 2 BuzzFeed articles, also citing allegations of harassment, sexual misconduct, and assault by top producers at the show. In a memo sent to her staff, Ellen is taking the allegations seriously, writing, "On day 1 of our show, I told everyone in our first meeting that the Ellen DeGeneres show would be a place of happiness. Obviously, something changed, and I am disappointed to learn that this has not been the case. And for that, I am sorry." Ellen is not accused of misconduct herself, but Warner Media acknowledged it has begun an investigation, interviewing dozens of employees past and present, saying in part, "Though not all of the allegations were corroborated, we are disappointed that the primary findings of the investigation indicated some deficiencies related to the show's day-to-day management, and that staffing changes have been identified."
Do you think you're still relatable?
The trailblazing comedian has poked fun at her cheerful image before.
I can never do anything unkind, ever. I shouldn't even have a horn in my car. Like, if someone cuts me off in a dangerous way, if I honk, they're like, "Ellen?"
But now she's facing a brutal backlash on social media. Everybody Loves Raymond star Brad Garrett, a once frequent guest on the show, tweeting, "Sorry, but it comes from the top, the Ellen show. No more than one who were treated horribly by her. Common knowledge." Actress Leah Thompson agreeing, tweeting, "True story. It is." Others are speaking out in her support, including actor Jerry O'Connell, writing, "Love the Ellen show and Portia de Rossi. Always have, always will." Katy Perry tweeting overnight, "I have only ever had positive takeaways from my time with Ellen. Sending you love and a hug, friend."
That was Joe Fryer reporting. A spokesperson from Ellen confirmed to NBC that the show's new season will be back September 9th. In consumer news, Google is getting into mobile banking. The tech giant is teaming up with 8 U.S.-based banks, including Citi and BBVA. According to The Verge, customers will be able to access checking and savings accounts digitally through Google Pay. Partner banks will handle the infrastructure, FDIC insurance, and other back-end technology. It's unclear, though, whether customers will have access to physical debit cards issued by Google or the banks, but the service is scheduled to go live sometime next year. Still ahead, it's a time of an abundance of food in the South Texas wildlands. In tonight's Outdoor Report, a closer look at wild bucks and summer fawns. Stay with Local 23 News at 10.
Preventing a root canal is very simple. Brushing your teeth and flossing your teeth. Also, you have to maintain a good relationship with your dentist, visiting the dentist twice a year, because obviously you have to take x-rays. Because most of the time when you need a root canal, there's things that you cannot see clinically or with your eyes. Usually those kind of treatments you see when you have to take x-rays. And if you take x-rays every 6 months, we can prevent it. The root canal is the end treatment before getting an extraction. So once I get involved in the treatment, it's either we try to do the root canal to save the tooth, or we have to take the tooth out. There's pretty much no in between. So if you want to save your teeth, you have to get a root canal. If not, unfortunately, the only option that you have will be taking a tooth out. It's not an invasive procedure. It's like the same thing as doing filling. It's just the filling stops on the second layer of the tooth. We stop on the third layer of the tooth, which is the nerve. After we take the nerve out and we put the biosynthetic material in there, it's pretty much the same as a filling. Nowadays, because of the technology that we have, the procedure takes up to like 30 minutes, 45 minutes of work, and then after that, you go work, go play sports, do whatever you need to do.
How do you make something that's already fresh even fresher? By adding fresh new things, like crisp pico de gallo for a little kick, and creamy cilantro lime sauce for that extra whoa, and 2 slices of pepper jack cheese, because of course. That's 3 new fresh things on top of 2 fresh beef patties, which all adds up to Whataburger's new limited time pico de gallo burger. Good thing for fresh things. Good thing there's Whataburger.
Great news! Bogus Ford is extending our 4th of July sales event all month long. Get 0% financing for 72 months on several 2019 and 2020 Fords. We're committed to stand behind our Valley neighbors with the Ford Promise. Buy or lease an eligible Ford through Ford Credit, and if you experience financial hardship due to loss of employment, you can return the vehicle within 1 year. Stop by Harlingen, McAllen, or go online at bogusford.com during our 4th of July sales event. It's better at Bogus.
Summer is here. Bring on the epic savings at the Hyundai Epic Summer Sales Event. Right now, find great deals on every SUV and sedan, including more 2020 IIHS Top Safety Awards than Honda or Toyota. Plus, get complimentary maintenance for 3 years and America's best warranty. Hurry in and save at the Hyundai Epic Summer Sales Event.
Get 0% APR for 60 months on the Sonata or Elantra, or get $2,000 in savings. See your Rio Grande Valley Hyundai dealers today.
I'm Jeff Davis. If you've been in a car or truck wreck, call me at 444-4444. That's 956-444-4444. There's only one number to remember, and that's 4.
Looking for high quality and low prices? Then Furniture Row's 4-day super sale is for you. That's 4 days where the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. No limit. You'll also find huge savings on living, dining, bedroom, and much, much more. Plus, make your cash go further with 6 years no-interest financing and free shipping right to your door. But hurry, the 4-day super sale at Furniture Row ends Monday.
President Trump has signed the Great American Outdoors Act, putting billions in funding toward long-deferred maintenance on public lands. In a ceremony at the White House this morning, the president signed the bill into law, which also permanently protects the Land and Water Conservation Fund, sending $900 million annually to government agencies. The president touted the legislation as the first of its kind in decades and spoke about other conservation measures from his administration.
The funding and for the restoration of our national forests, this would quadruple the funding, create thousands of jobs, and help plant more than 1 billion trees in America and on American soil over the next 10 years.
LWCF grants can go for a wide variety of projects at the local level, including public pools, parks, and fishing access sites. There is not a cuter creature than a white-tailed fawn, and as Richard Moore shows us, there are plenty of the little spotted rascals cavorting through the South Texas wildlands this summer.
It is a time of plenty in the South Texas wildlands, as spring and summer rains have provided abundant nutrition for native wildlife. The bucks are in superlative shape as they savor bountiful browse, and their velvet-clad antlers are well on the way to maximizing annual growth. This season's fawn crop is exceptional, and twins are the norm. Occasionally, even triplets are discovered resting in lush grass. When first born, fawns lay motionless in cover, relying on camouflage to protect them. They are able to walk within hours of birth, and in just a few days can run. However, During those early days, hiding is the best protection, and they will wait patiently for hours for their mother to return and nurse them. Fawns weigh an average of 4 to 8 pounds at birth, but double that weight in just 2 weeks, a period during which they depend entirely on their mother's rich milk. They begin browsing with their mother in a couple of weeks while continuing to nurse, and will triple their weight within a month. Fawns can be completely weaned and able to survive without their mother's milk by 10 weeks of age. Weaning is a gradual process, and many does often continue to let their young nurse sporadically for 12 weeks or more. Everything is new to a fawn, and this spotted rascal is not quite sure what to make of these velvet antlers he has encountered. First, he sniffs and then reaches out with a tentative touch. The buck seems reasonably tolerant of the fawning curiosity and continues to browse as the intrepid explorer pursues his inspection. When fawns are not resting, nursing, bonding, or browsing, they often happily scamper, and you can't help but smile at the unbridled joy in this youngster's spirited romp about the meadow as he gambols through the startled herd. With your Outdoor Report, I'm Richard Moore.
Buy a select 2020 Volkswagen today, and for the next 6 years, you won't pay a single cent in interest. 6 years of interest-free payments. Click, call, or come by today.
Make the most of summer with Ford, America's best-selling brand, during the Ford Summer Sales Event. Shop our huge lineup of SUVs and the largest selection of truck inventory to choose from. And get 0% APR financing for 72 months across the Ford lineup. The Ford Summer Sales Event, helping you make the most out of summer. Right now, get 0% APR financing for 72 months, plus the peace of mind of the Ford Promise. See your local Ford dealer today.
Start saving with Pick Your Free from Reliant. Choose free electricity on weekends, nights, or your 7 highest used days. Plus, get a Google Nest Hub on us. Reliant. That's power. Your way.
We are stronger, stronger together. We rise up in a time of need. We're local, strong, and stand with our community.
Buy a select 2020 Volkswagen today, and for the next 6 years, you won't pay a single cent in interest. 6 years of interest-free payments. Click, call, or come by today.
Welcome back. Are you craving some Whataburger? Well, we have some good news for you tonight. You can get a buy one, get one free burger if you act fast. According to the burger chain's website, the BOGO deal is part of the company's 70th anniversary celebration.
The offer is only good through Sunday, and the order has to include at least one #1 Whataburger and doesn't include add-ons. The limit is 1 per customer. To take advantage of the deal, you have to use the Whataburger app or order online.
All right, Robert, you know what we're getting tonight.
To that juicy burger,
right after this newscast, buy one, get one free on
Does it include jalapenos on there? Oh, no
jalapenos,
add-ons.
cheese, no add-ons,
sure.
but we could add those.
Doesn't matter.
A
We'll
great
decide.
deal. It's making me hungry tonight.
Spring for the flavor. Okay, here's your